The Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas comes to an end today. It's featured a host of new gadgets on display. How practical are some of them? The technology showcase was set to celebrate a return to in-person events in 2022 after an all-virtual affair in 2021 due to the COVID pandemic. However, the Omicron variant threw a wrench in the plans, which caused a number of technology firms to pull out. Still, there was enough on display at CES 2022 to discuss. And joining us to discuss, Favour Ogunniranye, who is an analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited, and Fisayo Durojaye, who is, of course, an investment professional with EchoVC Partners. Good morning to the both of you, and I think Happy New Year, unless you've already been here this year. So look, I guess, Favour, let's start with you. The BMW iX Flow with e-ink technology. I want to get your thoughts on at least what we've seen. We're just highlighting some of the items there. It's a car that changes color. How practical is that? Why would anybody want to get a car that changes color? What do you think, Favour?
Well, when they introduced it, they mentioned several benefits like easy identification. You know, when the car is among a crowd of other cars, you can easily identify it. They mentioned some other functions like, you know, informing you when the battery capacity by changing the colors and stuff. But to be honest, I don't know.
You don't really see the point.
I don't think it's relevant.
Yeah.
Like, apart from it being being pleasing, as the aesthetics and all of that,
yeah,
and that luxury feel, I don't see why I would want to get. I think we're discussing it.
What about for fashion? What about if you could change? I mean, you can also change the color at the push of a button to match your clothing. So the car could match your shirt.
Just
why would I
white
want to
and
match my car with my shirt?
I don't know.
Why should I want to do that? I mean,
it could be for a number of reasons. You know,
it's nice to have.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a need. It's not solving a real need.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's still problems with automobile. Right. Meaning, you know, safer cars. You know, there are fundamental issues to be solved. You know, we've seen cars where their airbags are not, you know, pulling properly. Things are not, you know, happening, you know, in different ways. There are real problems to be solved with vehicle, movement, right? Not cars changing colors, black, yellow, green, indigo, anything it might be. I mean, I really don't care about it, right? But of course, further down the line, it also brings problems further down the line. So it means that, imagine your car being hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Right? What the panel will do today is that you hit it out and spray it.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's impossible.
You can't do that with this car if it gets hit, right?
You know, so what do? I go, you know, look for a spare part, you know, BMW. I'm not sure if they have enough, right? Then fix it in. Makes maintenance a lot more difficult and expensive, right? So why do I need this kind of innovation? I mean, I'm not sure I need it.
Gotcha,
right?
gotcha. So, all right, let's talk. We were talking about agriculture earlier in our, 2 segments ago. John Deere, they have an autonomous tractor, right? I'm sure you both saw President Buhari's interview. Everybody should go back to the land. So this is a tractor that essentially
always says that every time. Just go back to agriculture. Is that? I mean, so people are making colorful cars, but now they're saying everything innovative in the country just go back to farm.
Go back to farm. Favour, what do you think of the autonomous tractor? What kind is this more practical than the colorful car, the car that changes colors?
Well, talking about the kind of solutions that technology brings, convenience, in terms of agriculture, we're talking about increased productivity when these tractors actually, you know, do their work. And, you know, especially for tillage where it involves capital-intensive farming, so these tractors replace humans, and it just helps to increase productivity. But then coming down to Nigeria, to adopt that kind of thing, a lot of factors have to be considered. We're talking about funding, we're talking about internet connectivity, because it has to be controlled by your phone.
You control it by your
phone.
phone.
So internet penetration, you're talking about, you know, expertise as well. So it's going to be difficult, and it just means that Nigeria again is falling back on, you know, productivity when other countries who have adopted it have increased output. So
any thoughts on the autonomous tractor?
I mean, thinking about our president's reason for us going back to the farm with autonomous tractors, the goal is defeated because it's autonomous. It's not man-made. So it means that you know what the idea the president has is that, okay, the two of us will just have cutlass. Maybe I'll take the hoe, you take the cutlass, and then we just go on a cart, and then we just go farming one after the other. But an autonomous vehicle, it means that even the tractor driver is not required, right? It's only the farm owner, just okay. And then these tractors can work overnight, So it's not like it's dark, so I have to go home and then come back tomorrow morning. So it means that, or it's raining, it just continues to work, right? So it means that the employment, benefit for why the president wants us to go back to the farm is totally defeated with this autonomous vehicle, and I think the president will not be very happy with John Deere around
productivity though. All right, what about we've talked about cars now, mobility, screens, the Samsung Odyssey Arc. The Samsung Odyssey Arc screen, which I guess you can watch it either vertically or horizontally. Do we see any practicality here, or is this also aesthetics, Favour?
Well, video game industry has grown a lot, especially since the pandemic. So it just shows that, oh yes, there are other innovative things that can happen in terms of the screen size, multitasking, and stuff like that. But beyond that, I still don't see any, relevance. I mean, it just maybe shows the next level of immersive experience before virtual reality. But
okay, so we're looking at it. See, it's vertical there. There's multiple screens. Fisayo, what about if you have a wide or thin wall and you have to switch the television to fit into smaller places? Is that practical? What do you think?
I mean, again, people. I think we've learned to live the way we have been living, right? If you have a small wall, you buy a smaller TV. I mean, it's why do I need to buy a big TV and then try to fit into a smaller space? Right? And I don't know. It's strange that this is innovation in 2022.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is just the first week of the year. I mean,
so who knows what else is coming down the line? Okay. TCL, the Chinese electronics company, they've released a Sweeva, which is a robot that vacuums your floor. Okay, is that practical?
I think that's my favorite.
That was your favorite one, yeah? Okay, so there's the ad with the chicken that's messing up the place, and Sweeva comes out and cleans up, yeah? Or is this? Wait, for us here, I mean, I don't know if robots can vacuum better than I can, or better than I can sweep. Well, what do you think? Does this work?
Well, like I said, it's my favorite one because for people like me, that I can't afford to, when I have other things I'm doing and having to think about how to cleaning and stuff like that. But then this one that TCL is producing, I think also is beyond cleaning, also like in terms of germs and trying to make sure the place is really
hygienic.
Yes. So I think that's like something others have not done. But then the thing is not a new innovation. It has been there since. So it's not something that needs to
out
be
there.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've only got 90 seconds. Let me ask you about the project Chicago from TCL, the foldable phone that was delayed or postponed. Foldable phones, I hear it's because it's very expensive. They want to get a cheaper one to market. Yeah. What do you make of the decision?
I mean, it's a nice to have. If I'm buying a phone, I should think about it as my pocket. I mean, why am I buying a foldable phone? Again, it's just nice to have. It's just some of those things that I guess people find interesting in the year 2022. And maybe I'm talking like this. Maybe it's old age, right? Maybe younger people maybe really find it very attractive and useful for them. So again, maybe we need to get younger people to talk about it, right? 20
seconds. Has CES 2022 been a practical technological showcase for this year?
I mean, it's giving us the direction of trends, and so yeah.
Yeah. Kind of iffy.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It has not. So it's just been a showcase.
Real problem. I mean, even the vacuum guy, just if I break glasses on the floor, or my daughter
and glass
something,
gets into the vacuum.
How does it work? It's still not solving my problem, really. But yeah.
Well, that's why we have the show, in order to evaluate these things. Favour Ogunniranye, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited, and of course, Fisayo Durojaye, investment professional with EchoVC Partners. Thank you both for joining us. Appreciate your time. All right.